ahead when it comes to this policy. Just take us through, is India ready for a policy like this at this point? And I just want to point this out to our viewers on what is the government data saying at this point, right? The government data talks about how India has 51 lakh light motor vehicles that are more than 20 years old and 34 lakh over 15 years old at this point. And this is according to the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. There are several others, again running into lakhs when it comes to heavy commercial vehicles as well. Are we ready for a scrappage policy like this?
No, I think it is high time this kind of a policy came in. Because, if you look at other countries, some of which you mentioned, similar policies were introduced way back in 2010. And if you look at India, I think be it all the reasons which you talked about, whether it's high pollution, vehicular pollution, congestion, road safety, it is really the right time to introduce such a policy. Of course, there would be challenges. The primary challenge being that, vehicles are part of the concurrent list under our constitution. And a lot would depend on the state governments supporting the government of India through the incentives, in terms of the incentives which you referred to, whether it's waiver of new vehicle registration charges, whether it is reduction or discounted road tax on the newer vehicles or the replacement vehicles. A lot depends on the state governments when we look at implementation. Even when we look at the infrastructure required for implementing this policy, and of course you covered that in the initial commentary, whether it is registered vehicle scrapping facilities, whether it is testing facilities, and then there's a third category of infrastructure, which are being referred to as integrated scrapping facilities, which are more large scale in nature, use a variety of scientific technologies for scrapping, and we don't expect more than 3 to 4 such centers across the country. So whether it's creating that infrastructure through the right set of policy incentives, a lot of that would depend on the state.